Someone please call 911. Pick up the phone.
You know, I love that movie, the way they shot it. It's so, like, futuristic.
Someone please call 911. Pick up the phone.
What did you do, man? You killed her, Frank! She dead? Go home!
Why does Donnie Darko look like the guy they say hit the CEO?
And then this, a backpack that some say may have belonged to the suspect, found in Central Park. It's undergoing forensic testing.
Backpack, backpack. Hola. Backpack, backpack. Hola. Find a backpack loaded up with things and knickknacks too. Anything that you might need, I've got inside for you. Backpack, backpack. Backpack, backpack. Yeah!
The brothers decided individually and spontaneously where to drop their backpacks near the finish line.
Backpack.
Police have found a backpack in Central Park believed to be carried by the gunman who killed that United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson 3 days ago. That backpack found following a massive sweep of Central Park by police, along with their state and federal partners. And officers were standing next to a bag that was discovered in Central Park. The brown TJ Maxx shopping bag appears to have clothing inside, but not sure how it is related to the investigation just yet. An expanding investigation with police believing the shooter left New York early on. The shooter was seen on an e-bike leaving out his face. And pictures of him at a Starbucks minutes before the shooting, where he purchased a bottle of water and 2 energy bars. Investigators recovering those items from the trash and testing for DNA.
He's got distinctive eyes and eyebrows, and police are hoping for additional tips about his identity.
Afternoon. This was for a status hearing. His defense lawyers fighting to get the death penalty sentence overturned.
Why does he look so similar to Luigi? This case is so intriguing. Him leaving the Monopoly money in his backpack in Central Park. What are we talking about? Monopoly. What do we have on this game board? Yeah, so this is very intriguing and almost a fun show to watch, to look at all the clues being left. It really shows like a mastermind. It reminds me of a Dan Brown movie, Angels versus Demons, or, Inferno, which has to do with healthcare. And we have the Monopoly money, 1, 5, 10, up to 500. Can we get free from jail? I think mistrial might be in the future. Okay, this is his lawyer, Karen Agnafilo, lover of Agni. Karen Agnafilo, attorney, former prosecutor, media analyst, mom, co-host of Legal AF on Midas Touch Network, legal analyst on CNN, Oh. So here's Midas Touch. Anything you touch turns to gold.
If at all. Joining us now is Karen Freidman Agnifilo, who worked in Manhattan DA Cy Vance's office as one of his top deputies. Thanks for being with us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So when DA Alvin Bragg took office, replacing your former boss, Cy Vance, he raised a lot of concerns about the strength of the case. And so hearing this news today, I think a lot of people are wondering.
I want you to look at this face.
Is this an instance where perhaps the evidence isn't there? Was it not strong enough? Or maybe does Bragg not have the stomach to fight this? Or is this politics at play? We want to get your take on it.
So what happened today is the grand jury term expired for the special grand jury that...
New York City police say that they were able to get the smiling picture of the suspect after the man apparently was caught on camera at a local hostel flirting with a female employee whose name has been...
Remember this? Nikki Haley signing the bombs to kill Gazans in 2023. It kind of reminds me of the bullets that they say he wrote on. So she's like, you know, just doing a cute note in purple pen. She writes, "Finish them. America loves Israel. Always, Nikki Haley." They say he wrote, "Delay, deny, defend," from this book about how the insurance company can screw you in so many ways. Karen Freidman Agnifilo. She has certain origins to her name. And she has this podcast, Midas Touch. So I want to check into that maybe at a later time. Her husband happens to be the lawyer for P. Diddy. Don't you find that pretty strange? I knew the two stories were somehow gonna be related. They say they have 3 daughters, but I think she has a son. Or she masquerades as a boy sometimes. Can this be for real? There is just something about her smile and that grin. That smile and the eyes. There's something about her face, her smile. It says here, Karen Freidman Agnifilo takes on high-profile Luigi Mangione case.
Luigi Mangione has retained well-known New York attorney Karen Freidman Agnifilo. Now, she will represent him in the state of New York, where he is charged with second-degree murder in the death of Brian Thompson. Agnifilo she used to be an assistant DA in New York and a cable news legal analyst.
This is interesting because it was a 6-day manhunt, and man was created on the 6th day according to the Bible. He had a ghost gun. Think of the Holy Ghost.
Karen Freidman Agnifilo, you were the number 2 at the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. You worked there for nearly 30 years, at times served as the acting Manhattan District Attorney. You've been able to provide us with some great insight about the way the cases work based on your real-life perspective and what you dealt with at the office. And I would say thanks to you in particular.
If you look at over the years, attorney Karen, who seems like a Karen, it seems like most of the time that she's on Midas Touch, she is reacting to Trump. She reposted a tweet showing the McDonald's sit-down lunch with RFK and Trump on a jet. She could be thinking of, this could be like a mockery. She's like mocking him by having Luigi found in McDonald's. Okay, a quick look at Karen. I'm just gonna call her Karen. A quick look at Karen's Twitter. You can see she really seems to have serious gripes with Trump and with them eating at McDonald's.
Another episode of Mistrial. So excited to talk about everything that's going on at the intersection of law and politics, which is what we do on the Midas Touch Network and Legal AF and Mistrial and so many other shows on, if you're on the Legal AF Midas Touch Network YouTube channel, or if you're on the regular Midas Touch channel, it doesn't matter. That's what we're doing. Of course, I am a career prosecutor, or was, and now I work with both of you. But just to have this perspective, especially right now with so much going on, so much on the line, is just such a great thing. And
so my question is, when did she stop being a legal prosecutor? Is she a vigilante herself? Should we be...
You know how mothers are. They tell the truth all the time.
You gotta talk to her mother.
So for a limited time, you can try OneSkin for 15% off using the code MISTRIAL, MISSTR.
Mistrial. Is that what she's gonna be trying to get to for his case, a mistrial? Probably. Is it just me? When you get home and you see somebody sends you now, this is the movie Eagle Eye. How somebody is just setting this guy up.
Hello?
The FBI will arrive at your
So
apartment
there's a
in 30
ghost
seconds.
in the
You
machine.
must flee the premises.
Who is this?
You've been
Planning his
activated,
fate.
Jerry.
Who the hell is this?
Your compliance is vital.
How did you get this number?
You now have 24 seconds. Leave your residence. You leave the premises.
Who is this?
You've been activated, Jerry.
Who the hell is this?
Your compliance is vital.
How did you get this number?
You now have 24 seconds. Leave your residence. Your destination, the Mathis train station, will guide you there.
What is this?
The evidence in your apartment is irrefutable.
Listen.
17
I'm
seconds.
hanging this
They will
phone up
seek
now.
your arrest for conspiracy, for
I'm hanging this
treason,
phone up
for
now.
violating state and local
You tell me how you got this
Maximum
number.
penalty, death.
None of this is mine!
Monopoly. What if there's McDonald's on the Monopoly board? Do they have a restaurant? Is he gonna go collect salary as you pass go? Hey, this is a game. It's a fun game to play, to keep us distracted and go. I wonder, he went straight to jail. Is there McDonald's on this card? Okay. On this board game of Monopoly, which is our life right now, the clues that were left, that Luigi left, or was it his lawyer? Wow, this is like the prototype for Monopoly. Lizzie's Maggie 1904 board design. And it had wages, bank, railroad, and the public treasury. This is interesting. Transportation to go to jail. Public park. Public park. That's like Central Park. Coal. What's that up on there? Labor upon Mother Earth produces wages. Wow. No trespassing. Go to jail. He went to jail for McDonald's. Do they have anything for healthcare? So, Monopoly, multiplayer game about economics. Monopoly is derived from the landlord's game created in 1903 in the United States by a left-wing feminist, Lizzie Maggie. Way to demonstrate the economy rewarding individuals is better than one where monopolies hold all the wealth. Wow, by Parker Brothers. Elizabeth Maggie was a Georgist. It's a progressive era economist named Henry George. Interesting. She kind of looks like Mangione. As I dig and dig, I see that Maggie's first made her game, known as the landlord's game, popular among friends while living in Brentwood, Maryland. Isn't that interesting? She used to live in Maryland, where Mangione lives. Her name is Maggie. And this is what Monopoly originated from. Her game that she had patented. And she was also an engineer. She's a very well-rounded woman. At the age of 26, they seem to note here that Maggie, but her name is Elizabeth, Lizzie. Maggie, she was a poetry writer, comedian, stage actress, feminist, and engineer. Wow. And she received a patent for her invention to make it easier for the typewriter process. She's got some eyebrows, curly black hair. Interesting, huh?
Last time you saw him?
Christmas?
This past Christmas?
3 Christmases ago.
3 years, huh? Well, the phone records show that you have. So you did a little backpacking, Singapore. Bali, Indonesia. Did odd jobs here and there. So you've been around.
Look, not an accident. Do accidents not happen in your universe?
Well, the money originated from the YTBC Bank of, Singapore. Opened with a transfer from a corporation called the Star of Orion, a dummy front for Hezbollah.
It's all very interesting, sir. It has nothing to do with me.
We find hardware in your apartment. Latest military spec.
For you, somebody set me up. Why is that so hard for you to understand?
Somebody.
Yeah, a woman called me on the phone. She told me I was going to be arrested.
A woman. Your mom? Who?
I don't know. If I knew, I would tell you. I don't know.
17 seconds.
I'm hanging his phone up
Seek
now.
your arrest for conspiracy. For
I'm hanging his phone up now.
violating.
Look, you know you got the wrong guy, right? I mean, this is all some kind of sick joke. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Oh, obviously. Obviously, you have nothing to do with it.
Intelligence community. You people are unbelievable. You dump a mess like this in my lap, and then you come whining to me and say, where is our funding? Well, I'll tell you where it is. Can you say health care? Can you say health care?
Are among books on back pain and spinal treatments are among those that Mangione is known to have read and even reviewed online. So much for being on. I know that you've seen that image of the x-ray. It just looks scary to me, but what is it that you see when you see this x-ray?
So first of all, thank you for having me on. Assuming that this is Luigi's x-ray, first of all, we only see one image, so it's hard to tell too much about this, but we could tell a few things. First of all, there is a condition called spondylolisthesis, and that's basically where one vertebrae is slipped forward on another vertebrae. That could cause severe back pain, severe leg pain, and that is usually fixed with what he had here, which is called a spinal fusion procedure. That's a surgery where screws are placed in the spine to stabilize the spine and to bring the spine back to the alignment that it's supposed to be in. So it looks like this patient had a spinal fusion procedure for spondylolisthesis. In general, that's a very successful operation, but in this case, we don't know how successful it was for him.
So we've been investigating the Philosopher's Stone and the Emerald Tablet, which is kind of like a riddle on how to do the alchemy. Part of it is realizing that as above, so below. And if you look at some of our older videos, we show how Kamala Harris, Donald Trump use the alchemy, and it seems like a formula on how you do it in life as well. So notice that it talks a lot about backs. In this case, we talk about his back surgery. He shot the guy in the back, and he had on a backpack, and he would go backpacking in Hawaii and all over in Asia. And so there's probably, in terms of some kind of clue in his back, the 4 screws and his vertebrae slipping forward in his back. You see how that's going forward in his back. It's just like we're not going back, we're going to go forward. So this is like a forward. Wow, I didn't even realize that.
Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Mangione claimed in handwritten notes he was killing patients. This morning, back pain is no justification for murder, but it is one piece of information swirling around the background of Luigi Mangione,
the background,
accused of killing healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Mangione claimed in handwritten notes he was suffering from a back injury. CNN's chief medical correspondent Dr. Sajay Gupta has some of the details and what he's talking about.
So the condition that we're talking about here is something known as spondylolisthesis. Big word, basically means that 2 of the bones in the spine are sort of slipping a little bit one on top of the other. Let me show you on this model of the spine. I don't know why you can see that, but this is the neck area up here, the thoracic spine over here, that's behind your chest, and then this is the lower back or lumbar spine. There's 5 bones here, and this is the 5th bone in the lumbar spine, and this is your tailbone. And it's in this area that we're sort of talking about where the bone appears to have slipped forward a little bit. So instead of being nicely curved in this area, this bone is sort of slipped forward. And that's spondylolisthesis. That can cause back pain. That can even cause leg pain if some of the nerves in the area are pinched. So that is a sort of condition that we're talking about. Back pain in and of itself is pretty common. I mean, 60 million people or so have episodes of back pain in the United States alone. There's billions of dollars in costs associated with back pain. both in terms of the treatment, operations, but also all the days off of work that are lost as a result of back pain. Sometimes an operation can be helpful. So take a look at this x-ray. And again, the caveat, I just want to be really clear on this. We're still reporting, still gathering details, but this may be the...
Who was his back doctor? Who did this surgery to him? He's a wealthy person, and they did a terrible job with his surgery, it seems. So again, actually, this is a back surgery, but his vertebrae is slipped forward. He's 26 years old. 26 is the number for God. So he's 26 years old. His back vertebrae is slipping forward. And some more of the back and forth is that he was in New York and he went to Pennsylvania, and now he has to come back to New York. So returning back. And his lawyer he has now is Karen. I'm just going to call her Karen, who's the deputy. She was the deputy prosecutor in New York for 30 years, which I really find quite remarkable. Like, that means she's been around for so many people and so many cases. And right now, she seems to be very, very focused on Trump. So this is going to have something to do with Trump, because she usually just deals with Trump-related things, as we showed earlier in the video.
Meet Sheriff. Hey,